What happens when there is a magic keyboard for the iPad mini 6? Is it Apple quality level or is it just shovelware? Hello and welcome back. I am your host, VLD. Let's get started. Someone finally created a Magic Keyboard for the iPad. It takes cues from the Apple Magic Keyboard, but did they improve upon it, or will it be just another lackluster keyboard case? You can pick up this product on Amazon right now for $160. Like I said, it is $160. This is the most expensive keyboard case for the Mini 6. Will it be worth it, or should you purchase something else? Inside the box, you have the instructions, your typical stuff, how you connect everything. You are also given a USB Type-C to Type-C charger, which is the first time of any product I've seen this. I will admit, this is the sleekest looking keyboard case I have ever owned for the Mini 6. It shows you have this product, which looks like a shrunken down version of Apple's Magic Keyboard. The case itself weighs 469 grams, so it is pretty heavy. The iPad Mini 6, on the other hand, weighs 318 grams. On the side of it, you have the Type-C charger port. I wish they would have went the route of Apple and had the charger port in the hinge, but sometimes with certain form factors, that is not possible, but I kind of wish they could have gone that route. The backside of it has two pivot points that can pivot about 45 degrees or so compared to the Apple Magic Keyboard, which is about the same. This works well within the bigger iPads, but the Mini 6 runs into issues with the design. I will get into that in a little bit. The material used for the case is like a rubber or ABS plastic mixed together. It feels like an off-brand of what Apple uses. The material extends out beyond the case all the way around the perimeter. It's not a bad thing, it's just something I've noticed, like a waffle, how the edges hang off the border. Apple's official keyboard has it also, but it's not quite as noticeable. I have a magnetic field viewer, which translates to being able to see all the magnets inside any particular product without actually disassembling it. The case has several magnets inside, but the important ones are on the top that hold the iPad into place. There are magnets on the side, but they don't really do a whole lot. There is a single magnet by the trackpad for wake and sleep functions. The problem with this is that the case only props up the Mini 6 with two magnets on the top. Any weight on the top will cause the iPad to slouch. The case doesn't really offer any drop protection, and with these magnets, if you drop it, your iPad will go flying. Because of how the back bends, the middle and the bottom magnets can't be used to secure your tablet into place. The design layout of this product is limited and quite flawed. Comparing the magnets to Apple's official keyboard, just because it is so big, you have more room to spread everything out, and that shows because the magnets in their products are really strong and sturdy. These, on the other hand, are quite underwhelming. This is why the premium keyboard works so well, is because it's a solid piece. There is no bending and no compromises in the frame. You're able to secure your Mini 6 into place. It's not a perfect solution, but it works better than here. They even released a second version with rails to hold your iPad firmly into place. Instead of just trusting magnets, people like having extra protection for their cases. The design of the iPad Pro works so well because you have such a large area to work with. With the Mini 6, everything is quite limited, and having that hinge on the back side of that isn't the best solution. The premium keyboard works the best. This one, not so much. If you're like me, and if you have time to kill, I have been listening to Audible for years. I'm almost up to 6 months of listening time. X4 by Craig Allison is a fantastic series. Book 15, the final conclusion of the series, drops December 6th. If you are new to Audible, a limited time offer, only $5.95 a month for the first 4 months, or you could try Audible for free for 30 days. My link will be down below. I only have a couple weeks to catch up on the series until book 15, so have a good day. You can put any kind of Apple Pencil on top. You can put an Apple Pencil with a sleeve on top of it and it will charge. My only issue with this is the case itself doesn't stay flush with the top of the iPad. If you compare that to Apple's, it's pretty flush, pretty seamless with their design. With the Mini 6 case here, it hangs off quite a bit. It looks a little bit like an eyesore. Some of the features you are given, you do have Raise Awake. That does work flawlessly. This does charge with USB to C charging. Some cases only work with C to A, so this should be more of a feature. If you are familiar with the premium keyboard, you will feel at home here. It is the same. It does state you have 7 different colors of backlight, but you only have one, which is white. You can adjust the brightness level, but you don't have multiple colors, even though it says you do. The backlight is fairly bright. Another issue I have with this product, because the keyboard is for the Mini 6, if you are using the number row, your fingers will hit the iPad if you are typing. There really isn't much of a gap there, besides maybe an inch. Comparing it to Apple's, you have a very much larger gap, so your fingers won't actually hit your iPad. Just because it's also a bigger product, you have more room for that. It's just the bottom of the hinge for the Mini 6. Just because it's so small, there's really no way around it. Typing is a little bit cramped, but that goes with every keyboard for the Mini 6. I've done about 7 or 8 different typing tests. I have been averaging out around 30 to 40 words per minute. On average, I usually get about 50 to 60 with the full-size keyboard. I'm not the fastest typer, but I'm also not the slowest. The keys are decent, but a bit cramped, but they are manageable. They are better than a lot of the other keyboard cases I have reviewed. Some of them were good, some of them have been crap. If you are familiar with a premium keyboard, it is the same experience here. If you are familiar with a premium keyboard, it is the same thing here, just smaller. This trackpad, right off the bat, you do have no right click, you only have left click. So you have to double tap with 2 fingers to bring up the options for the right click. It is a small annoyance, but it's not quite a deal breaker for me. There are workarounds with that. Even though the trackpad is smaller, you still get all the gestures. 1 finger click and dragging works well. Highlighting text is easy. Navigating with pinch to zoom is buttery smooth. Pinch to zoom does work even in the gallery. Most trackpads don't have that, but this does. You have 2 finger scrolling up and down. You have 3 finger swipe for multitasking, and you can even close every application with this. The trackpad works really well, just like the premium one, just a bit smaller. Let's say you're in class and you cheat off the guy next to you, but you change a couple words around. You have this product. It tries to emulate what Apple did, but they just made it much worse. At the end of the day, I really wanted to like this product. When I first picked it up off Amazon, there was really no information about it. They even misspelled some of the words in the product listing. Like, I really wanted to like this. I really did. For the price point of double the price of every other keyboard case I've reviewed, I cannot recommend this product. For $160, it's not really worth it. You can pick up a much better product and still have cash to burn. The case is just average. The magnetic back is terrible. The trackpad is good, but there is no right click. The keyboard is just average. I'm not sure what else to say. If this product was like maybe $70, I could recommend it, even with its faults, but for the premium price they are charging, just no. I cannot recommend this product for anyone. If you like my video and would like to stay current with everything I upload, a sub to the channel would go a long way. I will catch you later. Stay classy.